Hi everyone, my name is Zhang from University of Science and Technology of China. Today I will present our work, Backdoor Defense via Deconfounded Representation Learning. This is joint work with Qi Liu, Zhicai Wang, Zepu Lu, and Qinyong Hu. Deep neural networks are recently shown to be vulnerable to backdoor attacks, where attackers embed hidden backdoors in the DNA model by injecting a few poison examples in the training dataset. It is still unknown whether a backdoor-free clean model can be directly obtained from poisoned datasets. In this paper, we firstly construct a karyograph to model the generation process of poisoned data, and find that the backdoor attack acts as a confounder, which brings a spurious association between the input images and target labels, making the model predictions less reliable. Inspired by the causal understanding, we propose a causality-inspired backdoor defense (CBD) to learn the confounded representations for reliable classification. Here we show the illustration of backdoor attacks against the deep neural networks. Specifically, backdoor attackers attach the backdoor trigger to some benign training data and change the label to the attacker-designated target label. The correlations between the trigger pattern and target label will be learned by the neural networks during training. In the inference process, the backdoor model behaves normally on benign data, while its predictions will be maliciously altered when the backdoor is activated. Here we show some examples of backdoor attacks. We can see they have different trigger patterns, and some are dynamic and very covert. There are some existing works on backdoor defense. However, most existing defense methods require clean data and are efficient. It is still unknown whether a backdoor-free clean model can be directly obtained from poisoned datasets. In contrast to deep neural networks, human cognitive systems are known to be immune to input perturbations such as stealthy trigger patterns induced by backdoor attacks. This is because humans are more sensitive to causal relations than the statistical associations and noise factors. From the causal perspective, backdoor attacks act as the confounder, which brings spurious associations between the input images and target labels, making the model predictions less reliable. Here we introduce our causality-inspired backdoor defense. Firstly, in Figure 1a, we show one real example of the backdoor attacks. The backdoor deep neural network classifies the turtle image with a trigger pattern as the target label dog. And in Figure B, the karyograph represents the causalities among variables, X as the input image, Y as the label, and B as the backdoor attack. Besides the causal effect of X on Y, the backdoor attack can attach trigger patterns to images and change the label to the target label. Therefore, as a confounder, the backdoor attack B opens a spurious path between X and Y. Generally, two deep neural networks, including FB and FC, are trained, which focus on the spurious correlations and the causal relations respectively. We test embedding vectors from the penultimate layers of FB and FC as R and Z. Note that R is introduced to avoid confusion with B to generate high-quality variable Z that captures the causal relations. We get inspiration from disentangled representation learning. In the training phase, FB is first trained on the poison dataset to capture spurious correlations of backdoor. The other clean model FC is then trained to encourage independence in the hidden space with mutual information minimization and sample reweighting. After training, only FC is used for downstream classification tasks. Here we show the training losses of CBD. Here is a pseudocode of training CBD. Here we show the experimental results of CBD. In Table 1, we demonstrate the proposed CBD method on CVPR23, GTSRB, and the ImageNet subset. We consider 6 representative backdoor attacks and compare the performance of CBD with 4 other backdoor defense techniques. We can observe that CBD achieves the lowest average attack success rate across all 3 datasets. Specifically, the average attack success rate are reduced to around 1%. On the other hand, the clean accuracies of CBD are maintained and are close to training deep networks on clean datasets without attacks. Here we show the average training time on CVPR23 and the ImageNet subset with no defense in CBD. Generally, we can observe that the overhead of training time is acceptable for CBD. Here we summarize our work and discuss the future works. Inspired by the carrier perspective, we proposed causality-inspired backdoor defense (CBD) to learn deconfounded representations for reliable classification. Extensive experiments against 6 state-of-the-art backdoor attacks show the effectiveness and robustness of CBD. Further analysis shows that CBD is robust against potential adaptive attacks. Our work opens up an interesting research direction to leverage causal inference to analyze and mitigate backdoor attacks in machine learning. Future works including extending CBD to other domains, including graph learning, federated learning, and self-supervised learning. Thanks for your listening. If you have any further questions, you can also send emails to the following email address. Thanks.